Just quickly, this is where we're at so far. It's starting to look a bit like an engine now. There's a few more bits of pipe work's got to be done. These, if you ever put a Volvo together, you have to have these like rubber seals. There's not, they just sort of push into the sockets. They seal themselves. So yeah, so we had to sort of buy a few more of these that we was missing. There's the new expensive engine killer. I called that the engine killer now because when that goes, it kills the engine. Yeah, it's all back together. New pipes, new injectors. A little story. We it come with an engine workshop manual. The boat did for the engine. So the old man and I rebuilt the engine to the torque settings and everything in the manual. When we was doing the head bolts, we snapped a head bolt. Rung up Volspec, Volvo parts dealers. They said it's impossible to snap them bolts. You must be well over tightening them. When we told them the torque settings that we were doing it at, we had the wrong. Well, it was the right cover for the engine, but the inside was wrong. So we was talking it up to 180, I think it was, and it should have only been 85. But by this time, obviously, all the engine was back together. So then we looked at all the crank settings. They was all wrong too. Luckily, they was under. So some had to come back off, all strip back out again, all do and redo it all to the correct torque setting. Because we overstretched all the bolts, head bolts. We had to buy all new head bolts as well. They weren't cheap, let me tell you that, and there ain't that many in the country, so we had to sort of wait around for these. There's 40 head bolts in here. 40 head bolts. So yeah, it's all done now, all done properly. So the little moral to the story is do your research. Don't just think you've got the paperwork that you need, because it might not be right. There's something about that. This is a TAMD 61A, and the manual that we had was a TAMD 60 or something like that. So this is the newer version of the TAMD 60. Basically, the torque settings are different. So there you go. There she is. So not be long. I reckon tonight after work they'll do a bit more, and it'll be back up and running. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Right, you can see yesterday the old man came in and took them off. Give me a little video of him doing it, bless him. It's quite lengthily because it was very difficult to get off. The sticker flex wouldn't part from the hole. It's got captivated bolts inside. Inside is like a strip. It's all been properly glassed in by manufacturer. So we're going to leave that all in, grind into it, and then do all the fiberglass work from this side. Obviously it's just the bolt holes, there's nothing there. But yeah, they're really heavy. Actually looks faster already, if you know what I mean. So I'll also take the prop off as well. I'll show you the prop in a minute. I'll show you why it's dead. Yeah, so there you go. Both sides are off. I'll just quickly though, if anyone has got a there, look, here's the other one. If anyone has got a Aquabell 33 and wants these, give me a shout. We'll see if we can work something out.